to the Coast to Coast podcast brought to you by the Lines and Play Picks. Coming to you from Oakland, California, Josh Lander, joined as always by my counterpart on the East Coast, Nate Weitzer. Great article on a pretty big slate tonight, Friday night for you guys in the NBA. Just a little tease ahead of Monday's show. We are going to be having a gift card giveaway again, so make sure you come in, like and subscribe to that video, jump in the comments, and we'll see who can get that gift card on Monday. As always, if you do need a FanDuel or DraftKings account, head over to fdpicks.com or dkpicks.com, find those local listings in your area, and let's get into those lines for tonight, Nate.
Yes, sir. Big Friday night in the association. We have the Pacers +3 at the struggling Celtics, the struggling Houston Rockets +8.5 at the Raptors, the Kings also on a losing streak -1 at Pistons, Jazz -7 at the Heat, who could be missing a couple key players. The Suns are -5.5 at the Bulls. The Clippers -6.5 in the rematch at Memphis. Hawks -5 at Thunder. Hornets +6.5 at Warriors, and the Blazers +5 at the Lakers, who get Dennis Schroeder back. That's creating some intriguing angles for me. I also like that Suns-Bulls game, and as we mentioned, the Rockets struggling. But Josh, I know you got something in mind that's near and dear to your heart.
Always, I do like to find that value with the Warriors. I feel like I do have a pretty solid pulse of that team, having covered them for a while. But that is what I'm looking at in their game against Charlotte at home. We know they lost a few days ago when Draymond Green blew up, couldn't control his emotions at the end of the game, gave up a technical. We all know how that ended. But really, that's a little bit of a revenge factor for him. They didn't have Steph in that game, or Wiseman, or Kevon Looney. All of it, both very crucial for what they do on both sides of the court. Really at home, they're good against the spread. They're also really good against the spread in their last 13 specifically when they're playing teams with a losing record. So Charlotte, obviously that favors them there. And then 7-3 against the spread in their last 10 when they are the favorite. So when they're supposed to beat teams right now, they are doing so, and they're doing so by the spread. I like how they're coming into tonight, and Steph always plays well against his hometown team, Charlotte. So I feel good about that 6.5 points.
Yeah, the Warriors are a different team at home, even in the empty arena. That's a good call there. Also, like the kind of a letdown factor after the Hornets stopped the Suns' win streak. A young team, they can come out a little flat in that following game. What I'm targeting more than the spread is just Steph's performance. He's only at 41.5 points, rebounds, assists on FanDuel, and the man is averaging about 47 when you combine those in his last 10. As you mentioned, he turns up to face Charlotte, which is where he grew up. Love that prop personally. And then looking at the Suns, who are going to try to bounce back from that first loss in a while. They face the Bulls, who have been surprisingly good lately, right? They're 7-3 over their last 10. They're actually number 5 in net rating during that span and number 1 in 3-point defense. I mean, how much of that is a mirage, though? They have played pretty bad teams during that span. Not the Suns, who are number 1 in 3-point shooting, effective field goal percentage, points per game, offensive rating, you name it, in their last 10. And they've gone over in 8 of their last 9, with the lone exception being a Orlando matchup. So I think you got to love the Bulls to continue their trend of scoring a lot of points against Western Conference teams. They're now 8 of their last 9 at home have gone over against West teams. Zach LaVine has 35 in 5 of his last 6 home games against those West teams. I think we see another shootout today, and I'm surprised to see it creeping all the way down to 225 right now for that total.
Incredible. Absolutely love that. Yeah, you're still, both of those teams are teams we continue to find value in. Phoenix offense, we continue to find value in. And Chicago overall, especially against those Western Conference teams, man, not sure what it is, but I love following that trend with you. So I'm on it with you. Another game I think we both like here, Nate, is the Raptors taking on Houston. Simply put, these are teams trending in the complete opposite directions. As we know, Houston has lost 9 in a row. I do like what they're trying to do, with their offense. Obviously, letting go of Boogie Cousins means they are looking to open things up and play small, despite not having Christian Wood, who would be the perfect, obviously, small ball 5. And obviously, without him, that does lead me to think Toronto, who loves playing against small ball, style, right? Because that's what they do as well as anybody with OG, Norman Powell, and Kyle Lowry playing really, really well the last few weeks. During their really nice surge. So I feel pretty comfortable. The points are rising. They're at about -8.5 right now. If you don't love that spread, which I don't, I'm still, I feel comfortable with a prop like Pascal Siakam. I think we both feel good about that. If he gets 21, 20 and a half or more, plus a win for the Raptors, without needing that big spread, you can still get, plus odds on your money. So feel really good there with everything that Toronto's doing. They match up incredibly well against a super struggling Houston team.
Yeah, because the one thing Toronto struggles at right now is guarding the 3-point line, and Houston's dead last in 3-point percentage.
Crazy.
They're 1-5 against the spread when listed as home underdogs. When they lose, they've been losing big, right? Their offense just goes nowhere. They're averaging, I think, 102 points per game during this losing streak and dead last in offensive rating. So I think you can. This is a rare situation where I am actually okay with that 9-10 point spread, and assuming that it just gets out of hand for them. So yeah, talking about that Lakers game, that's intriguing to see with Schroeder coming back. You want to talk about an offensive rating jump? They went 0-4 with a 101 offensive rating without Schroeder, and they have a 113 offensive rating with him, and they're 22-7 in those other games. They're not going to be able to win this game on defense without Anthony Davis. I think we can safely say that, right? I mean, the Blazers, they are a make or miss team. If they go cold from downtown, that's the variable. But otherwise, I think you're looking at another close meeting between these teams, which the Blazers have done very well in this spot. They've won 12 of their last 13 at Staples against the Lakers.
Crazy.
Yeah, they're a bad defensive team, 26th in defensive rating, 6th in offensive rating over their last 8. And in that span, they're giving up the most free throw attempts per game, which is lovely for the over, especially when you have a guy like LeBron who could live at the free throw line in this matchup. The Blazers 10-4 against the over when listed as underdogs, also good against the spread. So that's good for keeping this close. And the Lakers average 115 at home. They average more and give up more at home in some sort of weird reverse trend tonight. So yeah, gotta love it at 222.
Yeah, I'm with it 100%. I love that over at 222 with Schroeder coming back. I mean, you look at what the Lakers have done on offense recently. It's been putrid without AD and Schroeder. Obviously, still no AD tonight, but Schroeder is criminally underrated in terms of how important he is to that offense. LeBron spreading the ball around to guys like Markieff Morris and Kyle Kuzma on the 3-point line isn't an offense that can stand with decent teams, and Portland has proven to be a good team this year. So I do like the over. I also think the spread's a bit high, but I'm going to stick at least with that 222 and hit it pretty hard, to be honest with you. Just one quick hit, Nate, something we're looking at. Always need to stay up on who is injured and who is playing literally within the hour of the game, as we say. So keep your eye on that Miami Heat game as they take on the best team in the league coming into Miami in the Jazz. Simply put, without Hero, if Hero and Bam, who are both questionable, if one of them doesn't play, I'm not really scared by that 7.5 points against the Heat. Jimmy Butler can only do so much with Kelly Olynyk on the 3-point line playing with him. So I'm going to monitor that. And if I see one of those guys officially out, I'm hitting that Jazz line for sure.
How you going to badmouth your boy Kelly?
I love him, but yeah, he ain't it when it comes to the Jazz right now, man.
Okay. And a couple props we like in that Blazers game. Dame Lillard, 13.5 rebounds and assists. He's been forced to do a lot more to get the ball out of his hands lately. Rebounding. I mean, Portland just shorthanded in different areas. So I like him to kind of get those auxiliary stats. And yeah, transitioning to DFS angle, I do like CP3 and Kobe White in that Suns game. Kobe White's been underpriced lately. He's doing just as much heavy lifting in terms of, carrying that offense along with Levine. I like Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, and if you want to go cheaper, Luguentz Dort against the Hawks struggling, wing D. And then I like coming back with Clint Capella with the Thunder set to rest Al Horford tonight. And in that Rockets game, they're going to be going small, so David Nwaba and Daniel House are going to see big minutes, and you should expect Nick Nurse to give Chris Boucher minutes, right? Right, Nick? Right?
Come on, Nick. No, I'm with it. I like all your picks there. I love the Thunder guys with Horford sitting. You need to. There's really one playmaker that is SGA. Is coincidentally someone who you can also find some great value in his cards on NBA Top Shot. Just throwing that out there. At any rate, guys, appreciate y'all watching, coming in, liking, subscribing for us. Like I said, we will be back on Monday with a gift card giveaway. Checking out all the games tonight as well with you. So jump in those comments and let us know who you guys got tonight. And we'll be looking forward to watching those with you guys. As far as the rest of the weekend goes, good luck, and we'll see y'all on Monday. Happy betting.